What's up, everybody? It's your boy Roy back with another one. So my nephew's here. We got him the Cyclops who's from Wave 2, so now we can do a complete Wave 2 layout, and he's going to give you a rating on that. So we're going to be getting that. Take us away, Jeremiah.
Alright, so first we're going to take a look at Nightcrawler, who is not on this poster. But yeah, here's Nightcrawler. Honestly, considering that this is my first ever Nightcrawler figure, this is pretty good. I mean, it looks like the show. It moves good. You can get him in good dynamic poses. I do wish the butterfly joints were a little better, but meh. Now the body I think is reused, but the arms and legs are brand new since they're pinless. I like the tail. I like how you can like post the tail in any position that you want. You know, you can have it like wrapped around his leg or like
Over his shoulder.
yeah. I do wish he came with a little more accessories, you know, like his swords, so we can have him displayed with those, but it's fine. Alright, so for articulation, he can look up that far. He can look down that far. Decent amount of tilt, actually. Decent amount of tilt. Swivel. Ab crunch can go down that far back forward, that far back. Rotation at the waist. Arm can go that far up. Get out of the way. All the way around. It does get caught on the shoulder pads, so yeah. Bicep swivel. Oh yeah, butterfly joints. Can go that far back, that far forward. Do wish it was a little better, but meh. Double jointed elbow goes that far. Rotation at the wrist. Wrist goes that far up, that far down. Leg can go that far forward, that far back, that far out. Pretty decent. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee can go that far back. No boot swivel. That's something I wish they did do, like a boot swivel. Foot can go that far back, that far forward. Forward facing pin for rocker. And obviously the tail can swivel. So yeah. That's Nightcrawler.
Alrighty. And your rating for Nightcrawler was?
Probably a 9.
It is a solid Nightcrawler figure.
It
I would
is a
agree.
solid Nightcrawler. If you could get any Nightcrawler, go with the X-Men 97 one.
Yes, it's definitely
Oh,
a good
and
one.
for accessories, he comes with 2 fisted hands and an angry head. So yeah, there's Nightcrawler.
Alright.
Next, let's check out Cyclops. Probably one of the better figures in this wave. So here's not Nightcrawler, Cyclops. You know, pretty decent figure. One thing I do wish they changed is probably the heads. Honestly, the heads are a little. They're not thin enough, because like in the show, and obviously on the poster, his head's a little thin. Like, his head's thin, but they made his head just a bit too round. If you can find a 3D printed head on eBay, probably go with that. But besides that, honestly, it looks good. They did reuse the VHS Cyclops, which is no biggie because that body's fantastic and it is obviously a Cyclops body. But yeah, so for articulation, his head can go up that far down. A little bit of tilt. Well, actually, a decent bit of it. Swivel. Ab crunch can go that far forward, that far back. The belt kind of gets in the way. Swivel at the waist. Shoulder can go that far up. Butterfly joints can go that far forward, that far back. Tip. For the butterfly joints, I'd pop the shoulders out and cut that pin that's really long for some reasons to get better butterfly joints. I have yet to do that. Bicep swivel. Double L jointed elbow can go that far. Swivel at the wrist. Hinge goes that far back, that far forward. Leg can go that far forward, that far back, that far out. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee can go that far back. Boot swivel, foot can go that far back, that far forward, and forward facing pin for rocker. For accessories, he comes with 2 grip hands, 2 fist hands, and a hand to access his visor for his optic glass. And he comes with, obviously, the optic glass head and an effect for it.
It's a good effect.
Mm-hmm.
What's your rating on this figure?
I'd probably have to give it a 10. I mean, besides the head, it's a good figure. It gets the job done.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with most of the X-Men 97s. They look really good,
Yeah.
all of them. Alrighty, which one are we looking at next?
Alright, so next, let's do Goblin Queen. So here's Goblin Queen. Her feet annoy me. I'm lucky to get her standing.
And
There she goes. That is one downfall with this figure. She is way too top heavy. Get a cloth good cape if they do make any. If anyone makes a cloth good cape, get it. Because this cape does not work well with this figure. As you can see, I can hardly get her standing.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
she looks good.
It's the high heels on the shoe, on the boots is what's...
Yeah, it's the high heels, and
being
then
a
the cape
factor.
just does not help whatsoever.
Well, you can lean her against the box.
Yeah.
There we go, so she'll stand up.
So if you want to display her, get her a stand for the love of God.
Mm-hmm.
There are some holes on the bottom of her feet to do that with. But anyways, head has no back action because of the blasted hair. She can look that far down. Very little tilt and very little swivel. This hair does not help, and this cape also doesn't really help. So she can go that far back, that far forward. That's why she go back more. Anyways, no waist swivel. Shoulder goes that far back, all the way around. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow goes that far up. Hinge at the wrist, swivel. Leg can go that far up, that far back, that far out. Thigh cuts all the way down here for some reason. Don't know why they did that. Maybe because to not break up the sculpt, but it's weird. I mean, it still works. Double jointed knee goes that far back. Foot can go that far back, that far forward, and forward-facing pin for rocker. For accessories, she comes with 2 splayed-out hands, 2 fisted hands, 2 magical effect hands, and a baby cable, which she cannot hold because she cannot stand for the life of her.
What's your rating on this figure?
Probably an 8.
An 8? It looks good.
It looks good.
It's just hard to stand.
It's just a pain to stand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's Goblin Queen. Now let's check out the either the clone or the real version of her,
Right.
Jean Grey. So here's Jean. As you can tell, I swapped the head because I like the long hair version better. Even though that's more Madeline. I can't remember her last name.
Madeline Pryor.
Yes. But I picture Jean with longer hair. Don't judge. But yeah, that's a good figure. I gave the hair a wash on both heads to bring out the detail because it was just a little bland. I do that with Cyclops, but I'm probably gonna replace the head on him. So yeah. Well, yeah, Jean. She looks good. She looks just like the show. Honestly, I don't have any problems with her. She's pretty good. So, anyways, head goes very little back. But, I mean, it's better than Goblin Queen. That far forward, hair kind of gets in the way. She actually has a little bit of tilt. Actually, a pretty decent amount. Swivel. That guard should go that far forward. That far back. That's not how Hasbro has a bad time of doing ab crunches because they kind of stink at it. Shoulder goes that far back, up, swivel all the way around, and the shoulder is attached to something in there, so it moves with the shoulder, and instead of just getting in the way. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow goes that far up, hinge at the wrist, swivel, leg goes that far forward, that far back, not very much, that far out. It's one of the better ones. Thigh joint, that's very stiff. Double jointed out knee goes that far. Foot goes that far back, that far forward, and forward facing pin for rocker. For accessories, she comes with 2 splayed out hands, a fist, and a telekinetic hand. Don't know why, but okay. And of course, she comes with the long-haired look, but in the box, she comes with
The ponytail.
the ponytail. But yeah, there's Jean.
What's your rating for Jean?
Honestly, I'd give it a 10.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's one of the best figures in the wave, honestly.
Yeah, this is great for displaying. All these figures are pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Who's up next?
So up next, let's do Executioner.
Now, this is the second form of this toy that has been created. One was created back when I was a kid, and then there's this version. Only 2 versions that exist.
Yes.
And I think they did a fantastic one, but let's let Jeremiah take over.
Executioner. Very surprising. This is one of the best posing figures in the wave, honestly. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, he comes with good accessories. No extra hands. But meh. You don't really need extra hands. And no extra head, but meh. He looks good this way anyways. I have to take off the cannon for the posability. Just take off his accessories. All his accessories are shown here because they can all be displayed on him, so there's no point of not keeping them on. Oh, there's a scuff, that sucks. Anyway, so head can go that far back, that far forward. Very little tilt. Swivel. Also, the head is on a dumbbell joint, so it's all just dumbbell. Kind of like the Doctor Doom neck, but of course there's no head or neck. This is all the head. You can go that far back, that far forward. Also, fair warning, the belt does get caught, so you're gonna have to shift the body a little bit to make it work. Shoulder goes that far up. This and this is a soft material, so it doesn't get in the way. Rotation, unless you do that, it gets in the way of rotation, but not upwards movement. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow goes that far up. Trigger finger hand on both hands, so it goes side to side instead. Swivel. Oh, there's also his waist turns, so that the body is also on a dumbbell joint. Cloak is a soft material, so he can get that far back, up forward, that far back, that far out. Decent. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee goes all the way up, actually. They could have done a boot swivel, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Foot can go that far back, that far forward, and force it forward facing pin for walker. Yeah. For accessories, they're all here, so I can just show you. He comes with Pew Pew, so YouTube doesn't get on to us.
Right.
He comes with his spear. I can't remember if it was all together in the show or if it was like separate pieces. But they do come with him. And his Sentinel Pew Pew also. Screw you, YouTube.
Right.
But these are good accessories, and you can display them all. The spears go on the holes on the Pew Pew, so you can just plug those in. If I can. Oh, the holes are sized also, so you gotta put them in the correct places. It takes a minute. And obviously the Sentinel Pew Pew can just slip right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just slip right on. So yeah, that's their Executioner.
Rating on this figure?
Probably a 9.
It is definitely a good one.
This is one of the best ones in the wave. Honestly, a shocker. If you find this dude out in the wild, pick him up. If you're looking for X-Men 97 figures, this is a good one. And now for the final one, we have Magneto in his alternate costume that was in the beginning of the show. So yeah, here he is. Honestly, I like it. Didn't expect to like it as much, but it's good. And obviously I changed my red Magneto to match this one, even though it's still shorter. But hey, at least it has the same body now. The head sculpts on this dude is fantastic. If you have the red Magneto and this Magneto, swap the head. Because honestly, it looks dang good.
You want me to get the other Magneto for you?
Sure. But yeah, the coat, the cape, I wish was cloth. since it's not, it's really restrictive, and also comes out of its peg hole really easily. Now I also have my red Magneto with me, so I can show the head swap. There we go. But yeah, there it is. And honestly, that looks dang good.
Yeah, I agree. It does look fantastic.
And then you can just take the helmeted head, flip it around, do that.
Until like he's holding his helmet.
Yeah. Or if you have that one pack with that Magneto helmet, you can use that instead and have it facing forward. But considering that I didn't get into Marvel Legends until that pack was not made anymore, I don't have it. I'll probably just go on eBay and find one.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm probably just gonna. I gotta swap the head back.
Yeah, no face review of the figure.
Alright, so articulation, he can look that far up. Pretty decent for long hair. That far down. His cloak will get in the way, so watch out for that. You gotta shift the head to get it looking forward. If you can find a cloth goods, get it. Because this cape sucks. Not very much tilt, probably because due to these long strands. Swivel. You can go that far forward, that far back, at least the cape gets out of the way. Swivel at the waist. Double jointed, double joint. Shoulder goes that far up, all the way around. Butterfly joint goes that far forward, that far back. Same thing with the Cyclops. Pop the shoulders out and take the pins, cut the pins to a certain point. We might do a video on that to explain. But yeah,
What's your rating for this Magneto?
probably a 10.
Yeah, a lot of the Wave 2 is fantastic. I mean, a lot of Wave 1's fantastic too.
Yeah.
Those high numbers all the way around. X-Men
Yeah.
97 is a great wave of action figures if you're just getting started.
Yeah. Although, pray for you to try to get Rogue or Wolverine or Gambit.
Yes, they are going up in price quite quickly.
Yeah, so the best price you can find Rogue is for like $80.
And yeah, that's out of the box usually.
Yeah. If you find it in box,
It's
then
180 or so.
yeah, so you're kind of screwed if you collect these in box.
Well, unless you have extra money, then she's good to go then.
True.
But there you have it. Completed. Thank my nephew again for coming over to help me knock this out. Thank you. And see you in the next one.